Morning. Good morning. Welcome to the New York Community Center for Spiritual Living. I am Reverend Loretta Brooks, and I warmly welcome each and every one of you. We are going to have a wonderful lesson this morning on inspiration. We have a lot of good things for you. We have our guest musical artists, James and Julie, who will be here with us today, which is wonderful. And it is a beautiful, I think it's really nice out today. I really do. It's very nice out today. It really is. It's a beautiful day. So I am going to start off, as we always do, with our spiritual mind treatment. So please help me welcome Fanny Mama, and she's going to do the treatment for us, our prayer treatment this morning. Fanny?
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I can speak loudly. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a wonderful day, and it's good to be alive and in New York and at New York Community Center for Spiritual Living. Let's take a deep breath and go to the Spirit of God within each one of us. Recognizing that there is but one power, one present, one God, one source of all life. And each one of us is an individualization of the power and the presence of God. And as we go to that place where God resides, we are confident. We are knowing that we are one with this power that is omnipotent, omni-action, omniscience, and omnipresent in every area of our lives. We let go of fear and doubt and anxiety and move forward knowing that we are supported and guided by an infinite knower, an infinite doer that is all-knowing, and all love and all peace. And the peace and the presence of God moves us with ease through every challenge that we may face. For we know that God is the source and substance of our very lives, and all that we need comes forth easily, effortlessly, by the power and the presence of God working in and around and through us and supporting us. We're inspired by this power, this presence that guides, that supports, that maintains the very essence of who we are. And as we move forward through the day and through the remainder of this year, we give thanks for this power and presence. For we know that we are divinely guided, we are divinely supported, we are divinely healed. And being one with God, all things are working together for good in each one's life right here, right now. And we are eternally grateful for this power and presence. We know how to use this power and presence for ourselves to move forward, to increase our health and well-being, for greater prosperity, right relationships, love, and joy and peace. For we are centered in the love of God, guided by this power and presence that is always available, always saying yes. And we are open and receptive to the idea that the power is within each one of us. And we use it for ourselves, for the good of ourselves, for the good of our friends, relatives, and for the good of our community. For we see that we are one with God, and that all are a divine idea in the mind of God. There are no specialized individuals. The specialization comes when we use this power for good, and we let go, and we let God. And with praise and gratitude for the love of God, the divine guidance of God, I release this treatment into the law of mind and action, where it's accepted and acted upon at once. And so it is.
And so it is. And that is the way it is. Thank you very much, Fanny. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, and now it is time for us to have our reading. So please help me welcome Catherine. She's going to do our reading this morning. Catherine?
I'm going to actually read a song, and it's called The Last Day. If today were the last of all days, would it change how you feel, who you are? Would you rise to the moment above all of your fears, become one with the moon and the stars? Would you like what you see looking down? Did you give everything that you could? Have you done all the things that you've wanted to do? Is there more, so much more that you would? Follow your dream to the end of the rainbow, way past one pot of gold. Open your eyes to the colors around you and find the true beauty life holds. Would you live in the moment, like when you were young, when time didn't travel so fast, being free in the present, enjoying the now, not tied to the future or past? Follow your dream to the end of the rainbow, way past one pot of gold. Open your eyes to the colors around you and find the true beauty life holds. You'd probably say all that you wanted to say, but doesn't it strike you as strange that we'd only begin to start living our lives if today were the last of all days?
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. That was very inspirational, Catherine. Thank you for that. And thank you for that wonderful treatment, Fanny. That was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. What a wonderful way to start our morning this morning. We're going to have our announcements now. So Barbara Munlin, our licensed practitioner, is still doing Wednesday night over at the Unitarian Universalist Center. And that will be this coming Wednesday from 6:30 until 8:30 at number 4 West 76th Street at the Unitarian Center. That is on prosperity. She's had a lot of people come in. So if you have a challenge with prosperity, you may want to join this group. There's one more lesson, and they're using the book by Catherine Ponder. I'm sure it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you to be blessed, uplifted, and inspired, and learn something about prosperity. We also have a new class starting, and we're going to see how that works out. So if you'd like to sign up for that, Fanny and Barbara will be teaching that. It's called Treat Yourself to Life, and we'll see how that works. And we want to have a large participation for that. So if you would like to sign up, there are flyers on the back table. Okay? So those are our announcements for now. We continue with our series on inspiration, which is the title of the talk that I am doing today. And now it's time for each and every one of us to wish each other a happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Okay, and now, before we have our lesson, it's time for our wonderful musicians, James and Julie. So please help me welcome James and Julie.
Well, I kind of now wish that we were going to sing you the song that was just read, except I don't know that one, so we'll have to learn it for you. Instead, we're going to do Amazing Things by Janice Stanfield. And you can join us on the chorus. You will do amazing things. choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, plus the progress that you make, the reason you live is found in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. That just repeats if you want to join us. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. All the places you will go, and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how, you don't have to know that now. You're on the right track, no need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out, just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. We're going to go around again on the chorus. Sing, I will do amazing, amazing. I will do amazing things. One more time. Amazing, amazing, I will do amazing things. Ooh, you guys always sound so good out there singing. Thanks for singing along.
Thank you, James and Julie. That was fabulous. That's a wonderful day for us to start our day this morning. That was beautiful. I always say at these lessons that you will definitely feel better when you leave than when you come in. Yes? Yes, absolutely. So we are here to be inspired this morning. We are doing the theme of inspiration throughout most of the month. And I want to share some things with you. Today's lesson is titled Stories of Inspiration. So I want to share some stories with you. I'm going to give you the beginning, the information, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of the lesson, and then we'll come back to the stories, the people, and we'll see whether or not that you know who these people are. So I want to start out with some of the names. I'm not giving you the names of the people, but some of these people who really are very inspirational. So I'd like you to think about these people and see if you know who they are. So this person failed in business 3 times and had 7 failed campaigns for President of the United States. Just think about it. And this person was fired from a television station and told that she was unfit for television. And the next person did not speak. You notice I'm not using any gender here. I'm just telling you this is a person. You can figure it out. This person did not speak until age 4 and was considered by a teacher to be subnormal and mentally slow. We'll go over these. Another person was living as a single parent on public assistance and was told that they were too stupid to be a writer. And this person was cut from a high school basketball team for lack of skill. I could go on and on and on. But I'm going to get to the gist of the lesson, and then I'll come back to all of these. The lists are endless, but the stories are very inspirational. To do something creative, you have to keep on going. All of these people kept on going despite the appearances, despite all of the things that happened to them. And in a little book that Dr. Grayson wrote, which inspired me for this lesson this morning, it's called The Power of an Idea. How many of you have seen this or maybe read it or maybe not, because Dr. Grayson's work is not readily available, unfortunately. This is a fabulous little book about ideas. And in this book, he talks about ideas and how we have an idea, and so many of us get ideas, but we leave them alone. We only work with them for a little while. And he says something in this book that really struck me, and this is what this lesson is about this morning. He says, stop looking at your desire, your goal, whatever it is, and start looking at the state of your consciousness. Very interesting. Stop looking at the goal or your desire or what it is that you would like to accomplish in your life, and start looking at the state of your consciousness. And what he's talking about there is that we all need to face certain things in our lives if things are not working the way that we would like them to. We have to be honest with ourselves. He calls it taking a mental inventory. And he says that what we have to do is go to ourselves, because we're really the only ones we can go to, right? You see, when we start making judgment about other people and getting into all that kind of stuff, we're really getting away from ourselves, yes? Yes, we are. But when we go to ourselves, if we have a goal and it's not working out the way that we think it could be, we need then to have this mental inventory, to look at ourselves and to say to ourselves, what is the blockage here? And go to spirit, go to your higher power, go to that divine intelligence within you. You know, as I was preparing this talk, I noticed that inspiration has the in front of it. Go within. The inward is really where all of us need to go, to be. I have always said that if you go within, you will never go without. And I am very, very clear about that, because when you go within, you are going to that spirit-based knowledge, the intuition that is within you all of the time. And many times we get these goals and we get these big ideas and we want to do something, and it doesn't work the way we want it to. Has anyone ever had that experience? I have also. So what we need to do is come back to ourselves. That's what this lesson is all about today. It is about inspiration, inspiring yourself, blessing yourself, knowing that even though I may have some of these challenges, I can still make something work out in my life for my highest and best good. Am I willing to look at perhaps what is blocking me? Am I willing to look at that? Am I willing to know that through prayer treatment that I can dissolve it, that I can neutralize and dissolve whatever that blockage may be, that I can let it go, I can release it. My teacher used to say, face it and erase it. And what he was talking about was facing the challenge, whatever it may be. Maybe you'll find out something along the lines that you don't want to let go of something that really has been a challenge. I've been working on a challenge with sugar for a very long time. I see some people understand what I'm talking about. Sugar is not easy, and I think that in 5 years they're going to have labels on sugar the same way that they do on tobacco. I really do. Sugar is really something. It's really, really something. It's very addictive, yes, highly addictive. So I've been working on letting go of sugar for a long time. I won't tell you how long. But I'm finally getting to a point now where I'm able to release it in a much more gentle, loving way. That is the point of this lesson this morning. I want you to think about being gentle with yourself. I want you to think about gently correcting something rather than going after it and saying, oh, I must do this or I can't do that. Because what we do when we send a message like that, we send a message to ourselves of frustration, of anger, of fear, of all of those negativities. And we need to release those. By being gentle with yourself, I call it gentle correction. We can correct our own limiting thoughts or ideas. And we can gently correct them through prayer and treatment. So if you have a desire and it's not working out, become more gentle with yourself. You can write something about yourself, you can journal, you can get all kinds of ideas. But the inspirational piece is to be gentle. Be gentle with yourself, because you find that gentleness will correct something without being harsh about it, without going up against it. Because when we go up against something, we are struggling with it, and what does struggle do? It weakens you. Did you know that? I have found that out with sugar. With sugar. Because I will go through the aisles and I used to say, oh, I really want that. I really, really want to have that. And now I just say to myself, you know what, maybe I'll have that tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. That's something that's also been quoted many, many times. So I am gentle with myself, I am correcting my behavior, and I am working things out with myself through prayer to let go of the idea that I have to have something. I'm being gentle with myself, that gentle correction. Don't beat yourself up. I once shared a story about beating yourself up with cotton balls, and everybody seemed to like that idea because it's not harsh. Cotton is very soft. So if you must beat yourself up, use the cotton balls. I love that idea. It's a gentleness. There is a gentleness to that. I want to go back now to the people that I told you about, and I want to see if you recognize any of them, and then we'll continue with our lesson. Okay, so the first person that I said failed in business 3 times and had 7 failed campaigns for president. Does anyone know who that is? Who was that? Come on. Yes, Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. Okay, next person. Fired from a television station and told she was unfit for TV. Oprah Winfrey. You got it. Good. Next one. Did not speak until the age of 4 and was considered by his teachers to be subnormal and mentally slow. Albert Einstein. That's quite a... You see where I'm going with this, folks? Where I'm going with this is race consciousness. This is what we talk about here. This is the race mind group think. Telling Albert Einstein is slow. Really? I want to be slow. I really want to be slow. I want to get even slower every day, just like Albert Einstein. My point is, you do not listen to the world because the world is always screaming at us and telling us what they think they know. Okay, the next one. I love this stuff. I really do. The next one. Okay. Single parent living on public assistance, too stupid to be a writer. Thank you. This is a very sharp group. J.K. Rowling, who was the author of the Harry Potter book series. Cut from the high school basketball team for lack of skill. Michael Jordan. Lack of skill, folks. Hello. Passed over as an engineer, left unemployed by Toyota. The man who now owns the Honda Motor Company, Mr. Honda. I cannot pronounce his first name, but his name is Mr. Honda, okay? You can look him up. Oh, thank you. Okay. Mr. Honda. Mr. Honda. Thank you, Yoichi. So this next person was rejected 30 times as an author and told no future as a writer. Who was that? Stephen King. No future as a writer. This person was told they were not pretty or talented enough to be an actress. Marilyn Monroe. This person was rejected 10 times by Harvard and could not get a job at Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's not the Colonel. No. It's Jack Ma, who is the head of Alibaba, which is the Chinese Google. 10 times Harvard rejected him. Isn't that interesting? This person slept in his office and bathed in the office bathroom because he did not have his own home. Les Brown, the motivational speaker. And the last one that I have was rejected by 40 publishing companies and finally told by a publisher, we'll try and sell 20,000 copies, but we don't think you're going to make it. Jack Canfield, author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, which sold millions and millions of copies all over the world. So the lists are endless. What do these people all have in common? They faced their obstacles, they faced their challenges, and they kept on going. They ignored what people told them. They didn't make it their reality. Do you see? So what we need to do then when we have some kind of a dream, I mean, most of us in here are not going to become the Honda Motor Company. However, whatever it is that you are doing, if you do it with this inspiration, if you do it with motivation, if it's your health, your wealth, whatever it is for you, get up every day and do not listen to the people that are telling you you can't do it. You see? That is really the message today. The inspirational message is to keep being blessed each and every day and to keep knowing yourself as Spirit knows you. I remember the story about the building on East 48th Street. And at that time, they were looking for a mortgage, and they were told that the money was tight. They'd never get a mortgage. It was a long time ago. And they didn't believe that at all. They just accepted that they would get the mortgage. They didn't listen. They did their prayer treatment, and they got their mortgage. They mortgaged that building. Okay? Raymond Charles Barker. He was the leader of that center at the time, got the mortgage, did everything he needed to do. If someone is saying no to you, you have to say yes to you. If someone is telling you what you can't do, you have to know what you can do. It's the same thing with your health and your well-being. You're responsible for it. You are responsible for your health and well-being. If you continually tell yourself that you're sick every day, guess what? You're right. If you continuously tell yourself you don't have any money, whatever that is for you, you have to change the story and keep it changed. Keep doing that. Inspire yourself each and every day. Get up in the morning, do your spiritual practice, whatever that is for you, and keep on working toward whatever it is that you say you would like to have. And if you don't know what you would like to have, get another idea. Get a new idea. I've always said this. Get a new idea about yourself and work with it. That you're healthy, that you're wealthy, that you're joyous, that you're always expressing yourself in the right and perfect way, that there is joy in your expression, and that everything is working out for your highest and best good. Know this, understand it, and accept it. Inspirational stories. These people never stopped. They never stopped. So you want to stop looking, as Dr. Grayson says, at your desire and start looking at the state of your consciousness, because that is everything. And if you want to pray for good luck, you can pray for that. You can pray for divine guidance. I say it every single day. I ask for and receive divine guidance. I have been very, very blessed. This week there were a lot of challenges, but there were also some very good things. I have mentioned in here many times about these tenants that I have that live down the shore, and they are moving out. They had a 2-year lease. This is a big celebration in my life. They are leaving. They could have been there for another 1.5 years, but they're on their way, joyously. I release them with joy and love. Yes. And the reason I'm saying that out loud is that's treatment. I called up a dear friend and asked her to do a treatment for me, that they would leave and find some wonderful place to go, but not where I was. I didn't want them there. And that's okay. I let that be okay. It's all good. They are on their way to their wonderful place, and they are leaving, and I am very happy. Treatment works. You've heard Fanny say that. You've heard Barbara say that. You've heard all of us say that. Treatment works. Treat and move your feet. So we treat and we move our feet. We treat and we keep on going. We inspire ourselves. There is a spirit within you. You have to know this. Everyone in this room has to know this. That it's like someone described, you plug something into the wall. If you're at home and you have an appliance and you don't plug it in, it doesn't work. It's the same thing with spirit. You have to plug it in. And how do we plug it in? We plug it in through our method of prayer, through treatment. We learn how to do spiritual mind treatment. And then we work toward our goal or our desire. And we are inspired from within to do that. So I came up with 5 points this morning that I'd like to share with you. And I wrote them all down. To inspire yourself, you must have something, a plan. Number 1 is creating a plan of action, whatever that may be. Whatever it is for you, it's individual. Let's say that you're looking for a job somewhere. You want to find work. You create a plan, how you're going to go about it, what you're going to do, and you ask for and receive divine guidance, and you pray about your plan. You write your plan out, and you begin to pray each and every day that it is happening. And maybe you'll go out there, and maybe you'll have some bumps, but you keep on keeping on. You keep re-inspiring yourself because every day there is a new opportunity. You see, optimists are people who believe in opportunities. They look for the opportunity and they find them. Look for the opportunity. Know that you are being blessed each and every day in some way by the Spirit within you. So the first thing is to create a plan of action. And then number 2, go within. How do you inspire yourself if you don't go within? You live from spirit and you become your own liberator. Liberation doesn't come from people out there. It comes from you within you. It's who you are and what you are in the world. Are you becoming more of yourself every day, or are you becoming less of yourself every day? Think about it. All of us are becoming more of who and what we are. We are being blessed and inspired from within. Has nothing to do with age, has nothing to do with gender, has nothing to do with anything but the spirit within us. You see, the spirit within us doesn't know the difference between $1 and $500 million. When we pray for our prosperity, we are knowing that it is coming through us easily and effortlessly. We are blessed. We are open and receptive to it. The wonderful class that's being taught by Barbara Munlin on Wednesday night, which a lot of you are going to, is all about prosperity, opening your mind to receive. When you give something, expect to receive something back. I love what she says in the book, Open Your Mind to Receive. She says that when you are giving, expect to receive. Have that expectation so that you are giving not out of resentment or fear. Oh my God, can I really afford this? Of course you can. It's the law of circulation. It comes back to you. Expect it to come back with joy, not with fear, with peace, with love. Inspiring yourself means going within, going to the Spirit and praying, saying a prayer and knowing that that prayer is being fulfilled, knowing that it is a part of who and what you are. Go within. Go to yourself. Say to yourself, I am worthy of this. I am worthy of the best. I deserve the best. All of those good things coming from within you. The Spirit within you is always blessing your life. If you are going somewhere, allow the Spirit to go before you. I always say in my prayer treatment, the Spirit goes before me to make the crooked places straight. I love that because it gets a visual of everything flowing in divine order and perfect right action. And that's what we do. So step number 2 is to go within. And then we go to step number 3, which I've already talked to you about. Face and erase. Look at the blockage that you may have within you. And don't, sometimes we try to pretend that everything is well when it's really not. And what we want to do is write things down that are bothering us. If you've really tried and you're really frustrated, write it down. I need to clear out this frustration within me. I need to clear out these beliefs of lack, loss, and limitation. Maybe you don't feel you're worthy. You can write it down. You don't have to share it with anyone. Write it down and then treat to release, neutralize, and dissolve it. Bless yourself every day. You are being blessed each and every day by the Spirit within you. Allow yourself to know that and to feel that and to accept that. Self-acceptance. Big, 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 big. Regardless of what people are saying, accept yourself anyway. Regardless of what people are saying, love yourself anyway. You see? That is so big for each and every one of us. Because when we can get that self-love, we are honoring the Spirit within us. And the things that people say to us or about us are really what they believe. They have nothing to do with us. It took me a long time to learn that one, but I'm getting there, I'm getting there. And the more that I let go of sugar, the more that I am letting go of the brain fog. And I recognize that as well. I had a lot of fog up here. Even with all the prayers I was doing, I was still feeling that fog. And also taking care of yourself in a new and more wonderful way. Writing down as your plan of action to take better care of yourself, maybe, your health, your well-being. So we want to face and erase our challenges. And number 4, get a new idea about what you will do. What will you do? Get a new idea about it. What are you willing to do in order to have something? Whether it's work, whether it's money, whatever it is, what are you willing to do for it? Are you willing to let go of the fear or the doubt? Remember, doubt is the opposite of faith. Doubt is something that says, no, I can't. Sometimes when we go out in the world and we're trying to do something and something shows up in our life that feels like the door is shutting down, that can be a reminder that now I even have to work harder. Now I even have to do more and accept more about myself. Inspire yourself with messages. When I did this talk, I was on YouTube and I was listening. I was talking to Rick this morning about it. I was on YouTube and I was looking at all of these different messages. You can go on YouTube and you can learn so many things. Les Brown is a wonderful motivator. He is a wonderful person to encourage you, to bless you. The way he lived his life and what he is doing for people in the world. There are many people like that. Jack Ma, who is the head of Alibaba, which is like our Google. He couldn't get a job at Kentucky Fried Chicken. The one thing I disagree with about Jack Ma, though, he talks about age a lot. If you're older, go sit in the sun. No, thank you. I don't want to do that. He may do that when he gets older, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to go sit in the sun. If he wants to sit in the sun, that's fine. See, this is when you get to a place where what people say, you can listen, you can learn, but you don't have to accept their vision as your own, you see? Create your own vision for your life and your world. And let go, as Wayne Dyer used to say, of the good opinions of other people. You see? I'm letting go of the good opinions of other people. I respect their opinions. I value them. Jack Ma says on YouTube, when you get to be about 60, you should hang out in the sun more. Don't work. I respectfully disagree. I don't want to do that. Fine, if you want to go sit in the sun, you're the head of Alibaba. You can go sit wherever you want to sit. However, I would like to keep working, no matter the age, no matter what. We have to look at ourselves as a spiritual center. You really are a center of spirit. And once you begin to understand that every day when you plug yourself in, you don't have to go home and plug yourself into the wall. You have to plug yourself into spirit. And spirit is what gives you the drive and the inspiration to move your world into a different place and a different space. It's you. You are doing that work. You are being successful. You are having more and more joy and peace of mind in your life than ever before. This is what we are teaching. We are teaching this. We are helping people. You know, the mission for our wonderful organization is to create a world that works for everyone. And I love that. I really do. To create a world that works for everyone. Is that a big task with what's going on today? It certainly is. But we are beginning it. Wherever you are, begin and begin again and keep on going. Keep on working with yourself and working with your ideas. Dr. Grayson, in this wonderful little book, talks about the power of an idea. The idea that you have can bring you success if you are willing to work at it. And then finally, for number 5, the last one is take action. Take action. Do more if you fail. This is what I wrote down. Do not look at failure anymore. You see, that's only a word. What do we do with that word? We use that word against ourselves. We use that word to change our mind. We use that word to say no to life instead of saying yes. So what if I ask all of you in this room to begin to eliminate the word failure, because there really is no such thing as failure? And you say, well, wait a minute. You could fail a test, yes. You can fail at something, yes, but you can begin again. You can take another test. You can keep on going. You see my point? If you only believe there's what you can do and there's what you do and what you don't do, it changes the whole perspective, you see? I'm not telling you to go home and not do any work and just say, I can't fail at anything. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is begin to give your best to everything that you do and just allow everything to take care of itself, because it will. You see, that's the difference. When we get into this whole thing, and I was a teacher for many, many years, and I always remember the graduate level students that I had were mostly teachers, and all graduate students wanted to get an A. And one day, a woman in the class got an A-, and she called me up crying. This is a true story. She was crying on the telephone because she got an A-. And I said, you know what? There's a lesson here for you, but it's not about the A-. It's a lesson for you to learn about this A- business. Perfection, you know? We all are human beings. We make mistakes. We do things. We learn, and we get up, and we start again. That's my philosophy in life. Gentle correction. Did I give her an A instead of an A-? No. Was I upset? No. Was she upset? Yes. She was very upset. But she learned something from that. She got an A-. It's not the end of the world. You know, that's what we do to ourselves. We do that to ourselves not only with grades, but with everything in our lives. A door slams in our face, and instead of saying, isn't that interesting, that door just slammed, and get back up and keep on going, we allow it to stop us. You look at these people that I just mentioned to you, Abraham Lincoln. You look at Oprah Winfrey. You look at these people who are incredible, incredible human beings because they never stopped. They never stopped. Keep the action going, but instead of it being an action that is boring to you or that you don't feel fulfilled with, make it an inspired action. Inspire yourself every day. Find something to help yourself with, and let go of the idea that you can fail at anything, because it's not possible. There's what you do, and there's what you don't do. So take the action every day. Contribute something to life, to other people. Get out of yourself and give something to life. Life can sure use your help. Do you know that? Life can sure use each and every one of our help. When we are helping other people, we get out of ourselves and we begin to be in service, and everything begins to change. I know that from my own personal experience. We're always in service, no matter what it is that we are doing. So if you have something happen, think of all of these great people. Les Brown, the motivational speaker. He was born in an abandoned building, I believe it was in the state of Michigan. He never met his parents. He had foster parents. He had a very, very hard life. Oprah Winfrey, J.K. Rowling, she was a single parent living on public assistance. She became the author of Harry Potter. Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup for the Soul. You may never sell too many copies. 40 people rejected him. 40. Most people would have given up. Sometimes I think the harder we work at something and the more that we give of ourselves, the more the universe begins to open up. Because we are not willing to say no. We just keep that sacred yes. That sacred yes of saying yes to life every single day. Yes, today is a great day. Yes, today I am blessed. I am inspired. I want to close out this lesson with a spiritual mind treatment, and also I'd like to close it with a quote from this little book. I love this little book. I just want you to remember as we close out the lesson today, this is what Dr. Grayson says in this little book, and I love it. He says, ideas have power because ideas are power. Ideas come out of the essence of the universe. Every creative idea is a spark of God, the infinite one. Catch the spark. Embrace the inspiration. Fan the inner fire and let it move up within you and work through you. And then put legs on it. Move it out into your life and your world, and behold, all things do become new. Your life is being lived. An idea is being born. And so what I would say to that is live your life every day as that wonderful, wonderful song that Catherine read to us this morning. What if today really was your last day? I love that idea. Make every day your best day, and the results will take care of themselves. And so ends our lesson. Thank you. Thank you. I'll do a treatment. I love to treat and then move my feet. Okay, so let's know this truth together. And I am working with the idea of spirituality, of joy and inspiration, and I am knowing for each and every person in this room that there is a spiritual power in the universe for good, and that each and every one of us in this room, including the speaker, are willing right now and open and receptive to using it. We are using this power for good in a constructive, powerful way. And as each one is open and receptive to the idea of knowing that there is a spirit, knowing that this spirit is guiding and directing their lives, knowing that with spirit all things are possible, and as we allow the spirit to travel through us in consciousness right now in this moment, we are at one with it. There is no separation. There is only the right action of God flowing through each and every one, inspiring and blessing each and every person to live life more fully each and every day, to be more present to life, to say yes to all of the blessed opportunities that are unfolding in each and every one's experience, knowing that this is the truth for each and every person in this room, and that something wonderful is at work in each one's life. Each one then is having a fantastic week, a week filled with greatness, a week filled with love and harmony and peace. All that is false falls away. This word is the truth. I give thanks that each and every person, whatever the personal goal is, that they recognize it, they accept it, and that they are doing something about it on a daily basis. There is an action plan. There is a plan unfolding for each one. This is the truth. Any thoughts that would block it are dissolved. The word is released to the law. It is done. With love and gratitude, I say, thank you, Spirit, so be it. And together we say, and so it is. And that is the way it is. And now we and Julie again for some more wonderful music.
I love stories like that. What a great idea to make a talk out of stories like that. It is definitely inspiring. I think this is one of the most beautiful pieces I've ever discovered. It's by Jan Garrett, and it's called I Dreamed of Rain. And I think it just captures the ease with which we can manifest when we just dream something and allow it to come into being. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of summer and the winds changed, and the green was easy, and the rivers ran clear. I dreamed of summer and the winds changed, and peace spread over the land. And the flowers bloom in the desert. the rains came and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of freedom and the moon rose and the way was easy and the path was clear. I dreamed of freedom and the moon rose and peace spread over the land. And the guardian stars are shining and the night is bright and clear. I dreamed of freedom and the moon rose and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang and the sound was easy and the song was clear. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang and peace spread over the land. And the ancient pain is forgotten and the Father's debts are clear. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of